We good?
We good.
We rolling, huh?
Yeah, we rolling.
Just in time.
That's it. With Shop Talk. My name's Daryl.
Tracy.
Hey, Sean.
This is our 10th episode special.
Yeah, boy.
We're going to be doing some cutting edge stuff on here. I think Sean said he's going to do something that's never been done before. He's going to give out the Mike Tyson's Punch Out original code to go straight to the Mm-hmm. You'll hear some crap, Tracy?
Okay. Sure, why not?
There was a barbecue going on Sunday and we weren't invited.
Of course not.
Of course not. We're never invited to nice stuff like that. We can't have nothing nice.
Yeah.
Just like Sean.
I think they watched the band schedule. Oh, they're out of town. Let's have a party.
That's probably what it was, because everybody always assumes that you guys are out of town on the weekend. Because
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah.
Well, it was a barbecue in Arizona.
Oh well.
Well, what were they barbecuing? I might have showed up.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you guys could have been in that area. I mean,
Right?
all over the
Yeah,
place.
you never know.
You never know where you're
Mississippi's
gonna
only
be.
a stone's throw away from
Yeah.
Arizona.
That's it, man. If Texas wasn't in the way, we'd be all in.
Yeah.
We did have fun last week, though. Thursday, we was over at the horse farm over in Santa Rosa. And then Friday, what was we?
Marie's.
Yeah.
Monroe and Santa Rosa. Great food.
Yes, man, that shrimp Marie. And then Saturday, we was at the watering hole in Laverne, Alabama. There's something to do over there.
Yeah.
And it's good, too.
That's a surprise.
I know, dude. I know.
Because there ain't nothing in Laverne.
Yeah. There were single women there.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, they was.
I guess he still lives up there, but you know, Coggins used to live up there,
Mm.
and yeah, I went up there to hang out with him one weekend, and yeah, that dude.
Well, there's a watering hole and then a little bit of away from us.
That's not Laverne anymore.
No,
That's
it's a little
about 20,
north.
30 miles up the road.
Granddaddy's.
We got to go find that place.
Yeah, we do. We sure do. This weekend, we're going to be in Brundage, Alabama.
Actually, Thursday, we're going to be down in Mobile.
Oh, yeah. Friends of NRA. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're moving the Blackhawk for the band.
No, the Blackbird.
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 Just for the band. They're going to move the Blackbird out.
I still say that they ought to just set the stage.
Up on the wing.
Yeah,
of
I
it.
agree. That'd make a better band photo.
There you go. That'd be awesome. Speaking of Friends of NRA banquet, there is one in Mobile this Thursday. Is it?
Yeah, they usually cut the tickets off a couple weeks before.
Well, they can check.
For catering.
I'm
They
sure
might
there's
have some at the-
scalpers.
They might have a few at the door.
There's somebody
Yeah.
scalping tickets. People scalp tickets for everything, man.
Yeah, I'm sure if you show up, there ain't no tickets at the door. You probably buy someone's.
Probably.
Yeah.
If you're not a member of the NRA, you probably need to do so. It's real easy. Go to your Yahoo or Google search, type in NRA.
Yeah, I'd tell you something that's look up guns that give away free NRA membership,
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it is nice. Yeah.
and you can find. I don't know if there's like a list, but you can find.
Well, it'll bring up stuff like cheaper and dirt. You know
Well,
what I
it'll
mean?
bring up-
Sometimes
well,
they'll have
yeah.
the little coupons.
Well, it'll
and-
also bring up stuff like Heritage
Oh, yeah.
Arms.
They are
the
good
little
about
Rough
it.
Riders,
Yeah, they're good about it.
cheap little guns, good guns,
Hey, you know what?
and you
We
get
can show and
a.
tell. We got one right there.
Oh yeah, and you get a year's NRA membership with it.
Yeah.
Almost every Taurus has an NRA membership with it.
Yeah, these little Rough Riders are pretty cool. Let me make sure that I'm flagging the camera.
Poor cameraman. He has a heart attack every time we get a gun out.
She's definitely unloaded, but the gun that Sean was just talking
Yeah.
about, little Heritage Rough Riders, a cool little
I got
single
one
action.
just like
revolver.
that.
Oh, they're fun. They're
my
fun as
grips
hell.
are a little darker in color.
Yeah. Well, you know, the weird thing about these guns are,
Well, your grips are kind of random.
they are.
They
Yeah.
usually at least match, though. I've seen some cheaper gun companies where your left grip and your right grip won't be the same shade.
But with that being said, we have ordered them with Coca-Cola grips before, and
Yeah.
they come in with that laminated grip.
Yeah.
You remember the
Oh,
nice
yeah,
blue and
yeah.
green one?
Yeah, that was sharp looking too.
But it was a treat.
Yeah, the customer didn't mind at all.
Mm-mm. And that wasn't set up, by the way. We just happened to have one sitting over there. This is Julie's pistol.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the longer barreled ones.
It is,
Yeah.
6.5-inch
Yeah.
barrel.
I
on
can't
this.
remember.
Well,
I think mine's a shorter barrel.
yours is a 4.5-inch
Yeah.
barrel, I think.
Mine's exactly like
You can get them with bird's head grip.
6.5
too.
inch.
Yeah, you can. Bird's head
Yeah, the
grip.
bird's head only comes in the 4-inch, I
Yeah.
think.
I don't like the bird's
That's
head.
all I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think-
It may come in a different one. That's the only one I've ever seen.
I'm not sure because you and Uncle Robert both got one, and I think his barrel's longer because I think Robert's is a 3.3-inch
Oh,
barrel.
really?
And I think
Yeah.
yours is like a 4.5-inch barrel.
Okay.
You can, and like you was talking about, man, there's grips. If you aftermarket
Oh,
support
yeah.
for this pistol is pretty nice on grips.
Oh yeah. Well,
Just from Heritage.
I was just say when you buy that thing and you get it, and the little booklet that's in there has
Yeah, an order
a
sheet.
ton of different grips, and they're not expensive either. I mean,
Not like what, $30?
I want to think they're around $30.
You know it's a pretty good gun when the gun guys own one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm telling you right now, and people can call bullshit all they want, but Julie can reach out 75 yards with this thing,
Yeah,
no problem
I've seen it.
whatsoever.
I used to have one of these and a Ruger single 6, and I would sit them right beside each other all day long, can for can.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
just-
great. You know what, man? I've actually seen the consistency with these guns is the exact same as the single 6.
Yeah, I've heard people say
Better
that,
be careful now.
that they're not as.
You're going to get some nasty notes.
I don't much care.
I've heard people say that they're not as good, but I'm telling you, I would put them side by side with them.
I
Yeah.
like it. I
And-
love mine.
Yeah.
Or one of the guys that worked with me down at Carolina, he was the same way. He had one of these, and he had a single 6, and he carried them in
Yeah.
in a rig, and he got him another single 6 for his set.
This gun does something
But,
the single 6 does, or this gun does something better than the single 6 does too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt my pocket.
Exactly. These guns are
Yeah.
almost free, man.
yeah. Well, you can almost buy 3 single 6s nowadays for what you used to. It was
These
about
single
twice the
6s, I
price.
mean.
Well, yeah,
These
the
on
single
sale,
6 is almost 3 times as much as those.
we have had them on sale as low as I think 120.
Probably.
I think as low as
That sounds-
120. Not last Christmas, but the Christmas before last. Heritage had
sounds
a
right.
smoke.
Oh,
They-
okay. I was
they
going to say
run-
that much we lose money.
for the just that, not the convertible model, but the one that
Yeah.
just comes with that single cylinder.
This is
They run
149.
yeah,
It's
100,
149.
$150 bucks
Yeah.
all day long.
Well,
They
even
they fluctuate up and down a little bit, but even with the other cylinder, they run what 180 or
no, they
something?
went up just a little bit.
Really?
They went up just a little bit. I mean, you can find them for that when they're on special, and
Yeah.
and they're good about letting us know that they're on special when they're on special too.
Yeah,
But
And if you don't have the convertible, you can always send your.
yeah, send the pistol.
yeah.
I'm
you
gonna.
can
I
get
think
it.
I'm gonna do that
Yeah,
because I picked mine up used.
yeah.
Yeah, when we get one in used, it don't
I want to say I
don't
gave.
stay don't stay in the case long. They're usually gone within 3 to 5 days, depending
Yeah.
on who walks in.
I want to
Yeah.
say I gave like 170 for mine when I got it.
I think the convertible
I've
and
had mine a few years. So.
the convertible with the Coca-Cola grips and the 6.5-inch barrel or so, because I think it's not actually 6.5. I think it's like some
Well,
weird
yeah,
number off. But
yeah.
either way it goes, you can find them anywhere on sale from 180 all the
Yeah.
way up to about 240 bucks, and it
Yeah.
just depends on where you're shopping and what time of the year it is.
Yeah, the price fluctuates on them all the time.
They're great guns though.
Oh yeah, really
But like
good.
Sean was saying, a lot of times you can get a free NRA year membership, and that's a deal because
Yeah.
if you get it for 150 and you get a free NRA membership, that means you've only paid $120, $130 for the gun.
Well, I don't know. What didn't the memberships go up?
yeah, but
Yeah,
you
that's
can
30.
still get them like specials where you still
Yeah.
get them where you pay $25 for it.
Well, you find an NRA recruiter and they
But,
give you
yeah,
that
they're like-
special too.
Is it 35 now?
35, I
35.
think.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No.
I've been a life member for
But-
so long, I don't even know what the regular membership is anymore.
Well, usually what I do is I fluctuate in between 5-year memberships and buying guns. If I buy a gun that's got a free membership with it, then
He can skip.
sometime before that because you only have so long to use it.
Yeah.
Sometime before then, I'm going to end up using it. So I try to make sure I don't buy one of those guns if I'm in the middle of a fight because it won't tack onto the
Yeah.
end. You'll have two
Yeah.
memberships.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. If you're not a member though, just like we were saying, NRA or
Yeah.
go Google or Yahoo NRA.
Yeah,
NRA.org.
it's not
Yeah.
that much
Oh,
money,
there we
but
go.
if it's,
NRA.org.
but if it's something like a budget thing or something, go pick up a gun that's got an NRA membership attached
Yeah.
to it. I mean, there's other products you can get that are like that too, but I know like some hunting products and stuff like that. I've
Yeah, some of the
noticed now.
reloading stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a really good organization. They spend a lot of time making sure that not only our gun rights are secure, but also making sure that young folks have an outlet.
Yeah.
Old folks too.
Well, yeah,
Competitive shooting.
You know that I think it was yesterday. Wait, what's today? The 26th?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure because I believe the 25th was the NRA's anniversary. I want to believe it was 25th or 24th. It was recently anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say
It's,
there's been a
G-Web's
couple.
posted
There's been
about
a
it.
couple things that happened in April.
Yeah.
I mean, back April 19th was the first shot fired at Lexington Bridge.
Oh yeah.
There's something to do with the Civil War here last week or
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
weekend.
the Confederate Memorial Day.
Something I
Yeah,
don't remember.
if it's still a thing, which we can probably
Yeah,
have
there was
somebody
some
ask
Black
us.
Lives Matter people that were
Yeah,
arrested
yeah,
at,
yeah,
the,
you're right. You're
at
right.
the
You're
celebration in
Yeah,
Montgomery.
in Montgomery. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. It was. Yep.
Yeah, apparently they showed up with shotguns and bandoleros.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
What? But it's a good thing to do, definitely. And then you can get in on stuff like the Friends of NRA banquets, and those are fun,
Yeah.
especially since we're there.
Official band.
Yeah.
That's the Corona 5. FIVE.
Indeed. While we're talking about stuff like that,
Shameless.
if you're on our YouTube or our Facebook link, listen to this, go ahead and go over to Gun Channels, www.gunchannels.com/Andalusia Armory, or Sean can tell you how to find us on there.
Yeah, just you go up the upper left-hand corner and just scroll through the featured channels and
Are you still fighting me, Wee?
find us in there.
No, I just ain't done much with it.
Man, I quit even.
I quit. I couldn't figure it out.
I get an email from them every now and then, and
Well, you
they,
either got to invite people or people got to find you. It's
not intuitive.
yeah,
it's
by
not-
default, their groups are all like private and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, I mean,
you
so it
can't
doesn't-
find. It's hard to find things on
Yeah.
there if you're not.
And even if you look under, say, shooting,
Well,
you might go someplace else and find more gun stuff under something else.
if they're
Yeah.
privately
You know.
listed groups, then they have to invite
yeah,
you.
they have to invite you
So
to begin with.
you have
Yeah.
to. It's hard to network when you have to already have a network to network.
Yeah,
And it's just one more something to have on your phone.
one more
Exactly,
password
it
to
is.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I don't let my computer remember them. I don't trust it.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. What's this thing you sent me a link for yesterday?
That's something that I want to look into. I
don't know.
I didn't send it to you. I sent it to him.
And I didn't send it to you.
I just
I didn't
IM'd it.
send it to anybody.
Well, yeah. I'll untie my tongue in a minute and be able to talk. I IM'd it to you so that we could look at it later. But yeah, I wanted to save that link, so I was just like, I'll just send it to Daryl. And so what it's supposed to be is it was sold to me as the Etsy of the firearms community. And if
Oh,
you know what
Lord.
Etsy is,
Yeah.
you know, it's like where you sell shit, but you can create a store, but you don't have to have a website. And we were
Kind of like a
talking about
Facebook store.
yeah, well, something sort of like that, but you
It
don't
is-
have to
it's
be.
real
But
similar.
this is all set up for the firearms community.
Well, yeah, 'cause Facebook don't like us.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, man. Why don't we just do this? It's
So-
www.unitedgungroup.com. Y'all check it out. We'll check it out this week, and we'll all
Yeah.
just recenter on it next week.
Yeah, and well, that was the main thing I want to do is see if it might be something that you might want to do for the shop. I thought it might be a place where I might could sell my holsters
Yeah.
there, and I thought that it might be a place where you guys could do a little something
I'll
there
tell you
too.
what, we probably got 3 or 4 guns in the shop that
because it's all set
It
up.
wouldn't hurt to put someplace.
Yeah, online.
It's set up where you have to broker your stuff yourself. You know, you have to
Yeah.
you have to set it up through like, you know, they got to set up through
Yeah.
FFL and all that stuff to
I
get.
tell you what, too, man. It is a good thing to get on, and we've talked about this, beating a dead horse, but I'm still not a big fan of ordering. I tell you what, this is where I'm at with it. There is 3 things that I absolutely will not buy online. 4.
You didn't even turn on. You knew what he was fixing to say.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
4 things that I absolutely would not buy online. I'm not going to buy a guitar online. Let me
No.
Let me clarify.
I'm gonna have to.
Let me clarify. I have, and you remember what happened with that red Mustang? It damn thing's in the case. I played it one time.
Yeah.
I bought that thing pretty much. I needed a new guitar, and I wanted something that I knew would probably gain value over
Yeah.
time. So that's what it's doing. It is currently gaining value in its case.
It's collecting dust. It's a safe queen.
Now, had I went to a music store, I would have walked out with a Jaguar or Jazzmaster, because remember that was my
Yeah.
3. That was
Yeah,
my,
those were your 3. I think we were.
Well, see, that's kind of where I'm at right
Yeah.
now. Is you know, debating on whether to buy one online.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure about buying one online because I know that FedEx guy is going to be throwing that sumbitch around.
Yeah.
That's my main thing.
Now,
there. Because it's
No,
a
we
new,
do know,
it's not
we
a
do know one
used.
place that packs the
So,
hell out of them.
So
Yeah.
I'm not as worried about like it's not if it was a used one, I'd be like no, because there's no way.
Let me break this down for you. Let me horror story you here for just a second, and all of our listeners. That Mustang that I just talked about, if it was here, I'd show y'all. I'll show you next week. When it came in, it was a new guitar, and I purchased it from one of the big
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
And when it come in, the setup, there was no setup. I mean, it was horrible. The strings were laying flat against the fretboard.
Ooh, that's not good.
You remember we had work on that thing. I mean, work on it. The input jack, you could plug a guitar cable into it and it wouldn't even sit in there. It'd fall out. Several other issues, 2 days worth of serious setting up just to take the neck pocket or take the neck out of the pocket. And I was going to put a shim in it to give me a little bit of,
Oh yeah.
backspin to the neck so I could do a little better with the action. It was a used guitar, and how I know it was a used guitar is the music store that had set it up.
Yeah.
Left their card in the neck pocket.
Yeah, I do that behind butt plates.
Well, people use shims,
yeah,
and that's what I was going to do, was use one of our business cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what they had did was they had shimmed it up toward the front and needed to be toward the back.
Yeah.
Either way it goes, it was a used guitar. I called the place.
Yeah.
And let them know what I found. And that guy did. That guy was like, "Yeah, man, we'll give you a little. We'll refund you this. We'll give you some, credit on the next purchase." Something. I was like, "Okay, I'm good with that."
Yeah.
Then they called me again in a couple of days and said they weren't going to do that after we had already did all the setup to it. They said that they would. I could send it back and they'd send me another one.
Yeah.
Now, had I been Joe Blow off the street and I just had somebody do a $75 to $150 serious professional setup to that guitar, I'd be up shit creek without a paddle.
Yeah.
I did notice a few dings and scratches on and whatnot. So guitars online, done. Unless it's just something stupid.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if musician friend does some crazy stupid deal today and it's on something I just absolutely got to have and it's almost free, guns. I'm not buying guns online. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to go to a gun shop for the same reason as the guitars. I'm going to look at the gun I'm going to buy, and that's the one I'm going to get.
Well, yeah, if you come and order a gun from us, we check it out before the customer even sees it. And if there's something wrong, we're going to get on the phone and say, "Hey, y'all got to send us another gun."
Yeah.
Well, I've only bought a couple of guns online, but I've had good luck with it. I mean,
I bought 1 or 2 used ones online through some of the.
Well, now
brokers
used guns is a little bit of a different story.
And you're still, you got those guys out there that, the photo's not the gun that they ship you.
Yeah.
yeah.
No doubt.
I mean,
The fact of the matter is this, it's like here at our shop. we use a specific distributor that allows our customers to have a free lifetime replaceable warranty.
Yeah.
Regardless what the manufacturer's warranty is,
Yep.
it's a free lifetime
And
replacement.
it works.
warranty.
We've used it once.
And it happens to all the big companies, the small companies, everything else. You might get your gun in, and they might be a wear area where you can damn near see, through the blue. I mean, it happens. Or you might have a nick on your stock and just not want that in your brand new whatever you just bought.
Yep.
It's a real good option to be able to say, hey, man, have you got another one in the back? And some guns, like those heritage guns, the color variations will,
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
From gun to gun, they'll
Yeah.
vary. And you know what? I particularly, when that one was got, I like that glossy blue. There was one sitting right beside it that was the same color that was a lighter blue than that.
Yeah.
Car. Not buying a car online. Not going to do it.
No, I don't think I would do that either.
Fourth is wife. Not going to do it. I'm just saying.
No.
They'd be all scratched up.
Or it could come well used.
So,
Ooh,
trying to push us back toward guns.
We're talking about a couple softballs.
What do y'all know about chronographs?
Well, they work.
It measures speed.
Yeah. I mean, as far as which ones, as far as quality.
It depends.
I mean, I really don't know anything about it.
I think as far as quality
a couple
goes,
of times.
it depends on what you want to do with your chronograph.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a serious competitive shooter and you're trying to develop a certain load for your gun, you're going to want the high dollar chronograph that's going to give you all the bells and whistles. If you're just the average reloader who reloads for planking, maybe a little bit of hunting or something, and you just want to see what your loads are doing or how consistent your loading is, I think one of the less expensive ones would be fine. The chronographs have really come down in price.
Yes, I have.
I remember when I got into shooting and stuff,
I would stick with reputable brand names.
Not necessarily.
No.
Because here's why I say not necessarily.
Yeah.
Because some of those older companies that weren't crap 15 years ago are leading technology now, and they were using the same machines back then. And the cool thing about that is you can buy those old machines for almost nothing. Matter of fact, me and Tracy picked one up secondhand.
We got to set that up and do that thing.
We picked up one secondhand for $20, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it can. You can go into pawn shops and look for them.
There's always cases like that with anything. That rule doesn't always apply, but it's kind of still a good rule of thumb to go by in most cases.
You got to tell me someplace on Gun Channel someone ain't done something on cronies?
Sure, people have.
I'm sure if they have. I'm sure if they
talk
haven't
about them all the time. I mean,
I'm sure if they haven't, someone's singing about.
To me, it's something that doesn't really apply to me because I'm not a serious competitive shooter.
Yeah.
20 years ago, when I used to shoot in tournaments, maybe.
I know who this question needs to be deferred to. Matt.
He'll just tell you to buy a Maverick 88.
But for real, this is what I will do if you're looking to get into it as a hobby.
Yeah.
As a hobby, or if you're just getting your first chrono.
Yeah.
What I would do, check your local, whatever you got, your freebie papers and whatnot, because I see chronographs in that thing, in that dollar magazine, that $1.25 magazine.
Thrifty nickel?
Well, no, the big one.
Oh.
It's the used.
Is there a thrifty nickel anymore?
Yeah, there still is.
Really?
Yeah, there
It's
is.
a half a page and you get to wipe your ass with it.
Well, see, you're recycling it, repurpose.
But that other one, there's a thick one, the bulletin board. Bulletin board paper.
Yeah.
I see them in there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they're generally in Montgomery and Dothan and stuff, and they generally don't want a whole lot of money for them.
Yeah.
People get them and think they're going to use them, and then they can't find any practical use for it.
Yeah.
So do that. Go in shops just like this. If somebody comes in and sells us, let's just say Joe Blow comes in and he says, man, I'm done with competitive shooting. Do you want to buy my equipment? Yeah. We'll line the shelves with it right there, and you can get a really good deal.
Yeah.
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 Pawn shops, a lot of time pawn shops don't even know what they have.
Oh, yeah.
I have
That
seen,
used to be the case back when, remember the hardware store downtown? It used to
yeah.
be a pawn, it was
Yeah.
more pawn shop than it was hardware store. Man, you could find all kinds of stuff because they didn't know what it was most
Dude,
of the time.
I've seen chronographs. Matter of fact, I've got a buddy that bought it because I said, "Hey, you need to buy that."
Yeah,
It was sitting there with Dish Network receivers.
yeah.
Literally was sitting there with Dish Network receivers. They didn't have a single clue what that thing was. I think he paid $10 for it.
Yeah.
But that's where I would be. And like Tracy said, this depends on what you're doing
How
with
serious you want to get with your reloading,
it.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them's got a real nice, readouts, digital
Oh,
readouts. Some
yeah,
of them
you
you
get-
can hook to your computer.
You can
and-
hook to your phone. You don't even need a cord,
Oh, yeah.
just apps.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, technology is just going nuts. I mean, hell, we just picked up a hell of a mixing board.
Oh yeah, and you got to use your nothing.
No,
you
my
got a
computer is wireless. No snake running through the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't have to be right up next to the speaker anymore.
Yeah.
That's nice.
What about spotter scopes? Budget spotter scopes
NC Star.
that are good.
NC Star.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, there's a couple. I'm trying to remember.
And the
name of
crowd
mine.
explodes.
I picked up one when I was shooting bench
I
reps.
tell you though, those
I didn't
guys
use
are
it much,
really
though.
underrated.
The glass on my
I'd
rifle
say.
is better than the.
Well, you still got that, don't you?
I got. Didn't I have one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on my.
Dude, I think yours is a Burris.
Because
It could. I think I got two.
Well, I think the one that's floating right here is a Burris.
I never used it much. I actually ended up using the glass on my rifle.
I'll tell you something about NC Star, and I know I'm preaching to the choir because
We like the stuff.
Hey, they
Not all of it, but
yeah,
most of it.
they've always made some good stuff.
yeah. Well, people always compare them to the top end, and you can't do that when you're talking about budget stuff.
Some of their stuff.
Well, some of their
can,
stuff is
yeah.
because I've seen it sitting right next to a Vortex.
Yeah, and it's the
And
same
it-
unit.
Yeah, but people also, those same people will shit on a Vortex because it's not an EOTech or it's not an aim point.
Personally, I
But,
like Vortex
I
better
mean-
than I do EOTech. Yeah, absolutely. I'll take a Vortex scope over EOTech any day of the year. And I tell you what Vortex will do. They come in here at least 4 times a year and talk to us about their new products. And they always got stuff in the trunk.
Yeah.
Have we seen an EOTech dealer? Or no?
Who's that?
Yeah, exactly. But as far as I like the NC Star stuff because honestly, you can get it on Amazon. I have seen it as low as $15 for a decent spotter scope.
No.
Well, I've got all kinds of crap, if I find something that somebody has that looks like that it's decent, or if they've got it and they're like, well, I'll pay $20 for this, and I'll go find it, see what it is, and try it out.
Sometimes if we're at a
And-
show or I walk into a shop and I see something, I ain't seen that before. $10.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that
$35.
all
Yeah, I'll
that
give it a
cheap
try.
crap
Yeah.
that people come up with and that you find in Sportsman's Guide or find on Amazon or whatever, the NC Star stuff is a lot more consistent.
Mhm.
And it's not fancy. Their backup sites are the ugliest some bitches ever,
But they work.
They do.
but they work.
They're
And
damn near indestructible.
you can probably not shoot a hole through them damn things.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their Vism line is real nice. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know that the two companies are associated.
Yeah.
But you know what might be fun is calling Daniel one afternoon.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks, maybe we'll get Daniel on the phone and he can talk about the new products. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff.
That the only thing really that I have wrong with their backup sites is the fact, because when you lay them down, they lay down pretty good. My problem is that damn knob that's that big,
Which you can replace.
which you can
that.
always replace that. Hey,
Yeah.
you go up here to Tractor Supply and get a smaller one. And if you look through the stuff, you can find a thumb screw that'll actually fit.
I'm just telling you, you go up to New York, spend some time in the winter, and you're going to want that big knob
Yeah.
because you got gloves on and your fingers
Yeah.
are still numb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As spot and scope. So it's
Again,
It depends on what kind of features
yeah.
you want, because you
I mean,
get
are
one
you
that's got a
using it-
full rangefinder in it,
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah, are
you
you
know, a
using
complete
it? Are
top
you using
end.
it at the range just to zero your guns in, so you don't have to walk down and back.
Well, see, with on a budget, I would say that it's probably the
Or-
least amount of features.
Or are you going to go out west mule deer hunting and use it to glass the
Yeah.
prairies for mule deer?
Now at that point, probably not NC Star.
Well, no, that's
No.
what I mean. I
Yeah.
mean, and it depends on what you're going to do with it. Where you're going to start looking for that budget spotting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But they did say budget, right?
Yeah.
NC
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, like I said, it depends on what you're looking for too.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're going to go out west, I mean, they make some that you can hook to your cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, me.
well, see, if you decide that you need something more serious, that's when you start getting into looking for.
I always
for
look at
higher-end
what
stuff.
might I use it for besides the initial
Yeah,
purchase, and then I look and see what I can find that might do all the things, and decide, okay, I don't need to do but half the things, and I can afford that one.
Yeah.
And it's entry level, but it's
Indeed.
a little higher entry level than what you're going to get at Walmart.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, if you're at Bass Pro Shop, $29, you can have a decent.
Oh yeah. I don't think I paid more than $50 for either of my spotting scopes.
Yeah. It shouldn't be very expensive. I mean, honestly, not unless you're doing something serious with it.
As a matter of fact, I got a pair of binoculars my brother got me for my birthday that are better than both my spotting scopes.
What's those guys on gun channels doing?
let me scroll back now. I just scrolled up to do something. Let's see. Just talking about different cheap options and stuff.
There you go. You know what? That's what's awesome about that. Somebody can
Okay,
ask a
see,
question.
I don't like the word
Yeah.
cheap. I like inexpensive.
Yeah. Well,
But-
we're talking about Barska, so it goes
Now-
both ways.
Yeah, you might give one. Yeah,
'Cause that's cheap and inexpensive. I mean,
Well-
but you know they work.
I've
though.
seen
I
some
mean, I've seen
Barskas that
some
have
that
held
are
up pretty
great.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
Just depends on what you're going to use it for.
That's what I like about gun channels while we're doing our live cast, because we can start the conversation and then they can talk amongst themselves on there. And there's a lot of guys that really know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not one dimensional. You don't just get us talking about it. You get to see what the chat's
Oh
saying,
yeah.
too.
Scope rings and mounts on a budget.
I'm a Weaver guy all the way, and I like the Weaver quad locks.
See, I'm a quick sight guy.
Yeah. Well, I like quick sights too. They have and specific quick sights for specific purposes.
Oh,
too.
indeed.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. Yeah. So
Yeah, Weaver or quick sight's a solid
Yeah.
choice.
yeah, they are. They're very good. And I tell you what, the owners are good guys.
Yes.
I've met them. They're a little bit crazy on a show floor, but they're good guys. They're fun guys on the show floor.
Yeah.
It's like Daryl. You guys might remember. I'm damn too old. The Carney Barker trying to get you over to play.
Oh,
yeah.
The one that was good at it though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what these guys are when you go to a show and they're at the show. They're great. And he'll stand out there with a fistful of money, cash back instant on the spot. You know?
Yeah. But, you know, I'd like to add something to that. Rings and mounts, rings and what was it, rails?
No, rings and mounts.
What rails, mounts.
Rails.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If it's a
Well, what I
Rail
was
mount.
thinking is, are they talking about rings and then actual scope mounts like AR-15 dedicated mounts, Mossberg 500 dedicated mounts,
Oh,
or are they
yeah.
talking rails and rings? Because that's kind of two
Yeah.
different ball games.
well, to me, the whole thing is different because you know if you're talking about
We'll see.
putting a mount on a bolt action rifle, so you could go with a Picatinny or Weaver style rail and a set of rings, or you can go with a dedicated set of rings.
Now I tell
That's
you,
what I used to go with, the quick detach rings like the old Redfields or Leopolds,
Yeah.
you know, where you lock it in.
Leopold mounts
And-
are
Oh, yeah,
the
Leopold
shit.
are great.
And they
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
that expensive really when you looked at it. I mean, you were looking
No,
at
now
you were looking at your low end was Tasco, and then the next thing you got is Redfield and Leopold were within a couple of bucks of each other.
Well, the best part about the Leopold, when you look at the price of your rifle, you look at the price of the scope, and then when you compare it to the price of Leopold rings and bases, it's like, yeah, that's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
I mean,
And
Really, it's not.
some of the bases, depending on which ones you get, start at about $27, and then they go up from there.
Yeah.
Now, some of your Leopold stuff, I mean, for your particular rifle, it might cost you 75, 85, maybe even $90. But the fact is, that thing's on there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for, I guess, the budget would be under $100. You can get a good set of rings and mounts.
And it also depends again on your use.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell it right now, 22 bench rest competition. I had Weaver rings and Weaver bases. And you know what? If they're set up right, I set my bases up right. They torqued them down to a specific torque for the screw pitch, locked tight. My rings went on. I aligned my rings. Yes, you have to align your rings. If you want some serious accuracy, you're going to be aligning your rings. And then after I aligned them, I lapped them to smooth them out, get more scope to ring contact. On a 22 bench rest, that's not really a big deal. You start getting up 270, 30-06, and even your Magnum
So you go
calibers.
into that, sometimes you may end up having to shim once you get a good contact in there.
Well, that's what you lap them for. And even then, you still might not stop scope movement because these guys like to go out and get these scopes that have the turret for their parallax. They get a variable power scope. The heavier the scope on a big rifle, the more that moves. I mean, and I got tricks, but I ain't giving them away. I'm just saying.
Yeah, a medium's been fixed in here for that particular thing right there. Transfer energy and then whack, it's done.
And that little trick of mine works great too, don't it?
I would think that 300 would probably be.
What's the question?
For a SKS Norinco Top 56, which is
What, scope
Norinco
mount?
SKS. No, it's a different question.
Oh,
I'd say 300 is probably a little low on that right now.
Was he asking about what the value is?
What he, I guess he's found one for that price somewhere or something from the question he's asking.
early Norinco?
What I'm seeing,
Probably grab
what
that.
I'm seeing in SKS is like around, like they're running like almost $500
Yeah, I'm
for
saying
one in good shape.
if it's an early Norinco and it's in good, decent shape,
Yeah.
I'd put 300 bills out for it.
Especially for
Yeah, 'cause-
Norinco. Now, if we're talking about a Yugo, I'd have to do some serious looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a Norinco or if it's a Russian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
if it's a
I would-
Russian all day long at 300.
Well,
See, I like
Russians-
I like Norincos. better.
Russians will run you even more than that.
I like the
usually,
Norincos
but,
myself.
Yeah, I know what
but
you
I'm
mean. The
just-
value is
Yeah.
higher for Russian.
But yeah, $300 for an SKS. If it's in good shape, if it looks good, if it functions well.
I think they're a little overpriced right now.
Oh,
They
I'd say they're overpriced anyway, but
But the 300 mark's
what-
not too
that's
bad.
what they're going
not if
for.
it's in decent
that's
shape.
what the market is.
So, well, yeah, whatever the market
So-
will bear.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I mean,
That's whatever I'm willing to pay.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm
well, you
at.
start getting up to where most of the time when you see SKSs around, if they're in good shape, if they're in really good condition, you're going to pay upwards of $500 more for it. You might as well put a little more with it and get an AK.
Well, see, there are two
I mean-
different platforms.
Yeah,
But,
they are
but
different.
most people are getting it because of the round issues is what
Oh,
they're getting
really?
it for.
No. See, I'm
most
getting,
people are like,
I'm
they
looking.
want it because of that round, and then it's it's a Kalashnikov platform.
Yeah, see, I'm looking
So-
for an SK to match up with my
Yeah.
AK.
Yeah.
I
Well,
rate-
see, that's
you know,
I
Better
want an
accuracy, lower
SKS
range.
yeah,
to
and
replace
and
the
you know
one I
what?
used to have.
You get good with those stripper clips. You don't need a big mag.
Yeah.
So see, well, see, I want a specific one. I want a Russian, and it needs to have the dark red wood. And see, I'm never going to find what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. And it also has to have the blade bayonet, which most of the Russians did. If
Yeah.
they have the other one, then it's been pieced together.
Yeah.
But I'm not ever going to find the one that I'm
I like to find a nice early Norinco import to match my Mac 90.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that'd be real nice. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be paying much more than $400 maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah. But according to current values and pricing and everything.
You can still
on
find
those.
them, but you can still find them for
Well,
the
you can find
250 to
one that-
350
if you
mark.
find one from an individual, maybe. But
I've seen a couple lately, and
Really?
again, I'm going back to my pawn shop thing,
yeah.
but I've seen a couple of them lately for around the $350
Yeah.
mark. So I think maybe actually they
Well,
might be slipping a
350
little
is
bit.
getting a little more realistic with
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
pricing.
It is.
And also depending on, what kind of, how the wood looks, how the finish is.
Or you can just jump in head deep.
See, I'm not looking for a collector, so I can make the
Yeah.
wood and finish look pretty
Oh, yeah.
myself. So
You can screw yourself. Well, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to reserve that statement. What I was about to say. No, I ain't. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Jump on SOG and buy you one and put the extra money for the hand pick. And then when you get screwed real hard, then you can actually go out and buy you a good rifle.
yeah, I've spent money for the hand picked, and
Yeah.
not necessarily got screwed, but
that's because they
don't
go
think I
and
got what I paid for.
they go and hand pick you one with a cracked stock.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Then I've done it too, where I've got asked for hand picked, and I've gotten some pristine
Oh yeah,
stuff.
it happens.
So
I was just mostly that was mostly comical. What the hell?
It was whatever that was. It just screamed down the highway there.
no way that was an automobile.
No, it was a vehicle.
Yeah,
I don't know
Bobcat
what it
wheels.
was.
I mean, did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. The exhaust they got out today.
I don't even think that was exhaust, man. I'm still on
Someone
one of your
forget
smokes.
to tell them they're supposed to put the blower at the front end.
But yeah, I had a question.
Yes, pedals.
Effects pedals.
Shifting gears a little bit back toward music again.
Mm.
I don't know. I bet I could hook one of them up to a rifle and get it to do something.
Probably could.
Yeah. My,
Ooh, I just had
That
an
one maybe.
idea.
that-
Hey, Daryl, what would happen if we put pickup on a rifle barrel?
Good God, ask Ted
Um,
Nugent. I guarantee you he's done.
I'm just thinking we might have to play next week.
Somebody asked, what do I usually use? And a lot of the times I don't have all this out. You can't see them. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I start out with a Boss Chromatic Tuner, a TU2. Really like it.
Okay, yeah, I can't get
Good
used to
stuff.
that.
This is the
Yeah.
playback.
Look at there.
Let me get our live feedback.
But this
That's
is,
our playback
Okay,
feed
that's
there.
better.
the Boss TU2 Chromatic Tuner.
Let me
It does a lot of stuff,
pause that so that we can see.
but
There we go.
the fact is, it's just a good tuner. It'll do a guitar. It'll do a half step flat. It'll do a full step flat. It'll do bass and then a full and a flat, and also do a chromatic tuner.
And Daryl uses that about every song.
Yeah, I've got to tune. I mean, I cannot stand an out of tune guitar. This is an Ibanez. This is a bi-stage phaser. It's really, really, really cool pedal. I bought it at a pawn shop. I walked up and I seen it in there. And these are starting to gain pretty good
Collectible, yeah.
money.
Yeah.
And I go, how much you want for that old pedal you got in there? He goes, I don't know, $20, and snatch it.
Yeah.
Snatch it and go.
Well, that was going to be why I was asking. So, what of these can something comparable be found for?
Well,
Because
actually, now
I know you have
the
some
tuner's
stuff
not
that you
that
just
bad.
can't get.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
the Boss tuners,
yeah,
you can get this or the upgrade. Pretty easy. The bi-stage phaser, best bet is eBay.
yeah,
And you're going to pay some decent cash for it, especially for one in good shape. The only thing I'll say about this, input and output, the jacks on these
Yeah.
are kind of bad about going out. It's the plastic jacks that actually go down on the board.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mm.
But they're pretty bad about going out in these.
Yeah.
And then right after the phaser, this is a Fender 59 Bassman emulator by Boss.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This thing's cool. This thing's really cool. It does not do what it says it does. It
Yeah.
sounds nothing like a 59 Fender Bassman. But what it does is if you're looking for just a little bit more punch on your clean tones, you can nail this thing on. And I'll show you what else it does here in a second. Why it's on my pedal board. Then I have a old school Rat distortion pedal. Imagine that.
Yeah.
These are really neat.
Hey, we need to make a new back for that.
Well, no, I put that cardboard on there. I still got the back.
Oh, okay.
The original backs.
That's professional right there.
Yeah. I put the cardboard on there and then cut it.
Okay.
It grips a little little bit better actually than the damn slick thing.
They got this stuff called hook and loop.
Yeah,
They
look at
refer to
my
it as
pedal board.
Velcro. Yeah, I've seen your pedal board. We got to put new hook.
After you
loop on
stomp it a little bit, that stuff comes off. But I don't run the distortion very high, and I keep the filter real low. It gives me a nice fuzzy tone.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool sounding for solo, especially in the neck position.
Now that one,
you can get the reissue. They do not sound like the originals.
Oh, really?
No. Now this is a TS9. This is an original issue, old TS9. And it sputters and it raises hell while you're trying to play with
and your
it.
switch went on it.
Yeah, and all kinds of stuff has got a mind of its own, but it's probably the best overdrive pedal that has ever been made, period.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not the only guy that thinks that. There's thousands of recordings that have this particular.
Daryl was going to retire that with the bad switch. Yeah. I convinced him to let me play with it. And I told him he couldn't come in the shop while I had it apart. Because if he would have seen what I did do it. But it's all original. I didn't replace anything. I just repaired and cleaned.
The only thing I'm missing on this is the battery compartment, but I actually have that somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
But the reason I said I was going to come at this is because if you have this on, or if you have your tube screamer on, and then you hit it with this in line and juice the signal, man, stuff starts happening. I'm talking about Billy Gibbons actually manifest beside your guitar. Then I use the MXR carbon copy delay. I usually keep the modulation switch flipped on right here. It's really cool. It's a really, really nice delay. And then I have a TR2 tremolo. Now, it's unmodified. A lot of people say they have volume drop, and it does have a little bit of volume drop. But I'm just saying, when I'm wanting to use tremolo, I'm not looking for a lot of noise.
Yeah,
it kind of brings it back in the mix a little bit, and you get a lot of. Honestly, it kind of produces kind of an early R&B sound, so I like it.
Oh yeah,
I like it. It brings the signal down. It doesn't hit your amp as hard.
Yeah,
that's what I use usually, and then I have a Morley wah that I use sometimes. I've got a bunch of pedals.
How about that ice stomp?
Oh yeah, and the other thing that's not here, it's in my pedal board. The Digitech iStomp, and those things are really cool. You can load all kinds of pedals on that thing, but what I have on there is that saturation, the tape saturation delay.
Yeah,
and I like it because it gives me the option to not distort the original signal, but to distort the delays.
Oh, okay.
So what it does is it acts like an old tape unit, because they used old tape units to produce delays back in the day, and it kind of gives you that tape saturation. And as it fades out, it gets a little grungier and a little grungier.
Yeah,
pretty cool. Pretty cool. And as far as all these pedals go, every one of these are metal, and they could probably take getting shot and still roll.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna try it.
I'm just saying, I won't. And Tracy, I ain't gonna use gear that ain't gonna work.
Since the board is across the bottom of them, then you'd have to actually tear the board up on most of them, because most everything is on that board. Yeah. So other than the switches and
a lot of plastic pedals and subpar pedals, the switch. Now this biphasor, that switch is finicky.
Yeah.
It is. It's like that switch that we were working on a while ago.
Yeah, I got to work on that. I'm not a fan of that switch.
Me either.
There's another switch that's a little better.
This is
not as.
And I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you pop the battery compartment up, there's a battery in there, but it's got.
Yeah, that same type. Yeah.
Little switch.
Well, that's another thing is your switch is under your pedal is your switch compartment.
Yeah, and
so that probably adds to the.
Yeah.
Now the Boss pedals have something similar to it, but that's freaking metal, dude. You're not breaking that.
Yeah, but that's metal.
Now in the.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
You're not breaking that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can, but I mean, you really got to mean it.
Yeah. Well, even the switch in that oldie that I fixed for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good switch.
Yeah.
I mean,
and easily replace. You can replace the whole switch if you got to too.
Now you tell me.
Well, no, we're not replacing the one in this one. But I'm just saying, if somebody gets some musician's friend, they can have this pedal for $100.
Yeah.
Or possibly lower. a reissue,
Yeah.
and they sound real similar. These are darker. The older ones have a darker sound to them, and
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I don't like a high pitched sound.
Yeah.
I don't like being out of tune, and I don't like having a really, really, really super duper bright tone.
Yeah.
But yeah, pedals.
Yeah.
We have to cut that up, and I have to use it for a little segment on my YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like.
Yeah. You need to do that.
I like the older
cut that
pedals.
out. And then,
Me too.
Because they actually got a
Re-upload it.
board on it.
Mhm.
If there's a resistor blown, I know how to change that.
Yeah.
This new digital stuff with chip on board technology, you get a soldering iron any place near it, you're done.
Oh yeah.
You can look at it wrong, it's done.
Yeah.
Which now there's a lot of good people out there. A lot of people that's building really cool stuff. Boutique, I guess you could call it.
Oh yeah.
There's all kinds of cool stuff. So I mean, any of this can be bought in reissue form except for the bi-stage phaser, and there's nothing to replace
There's
it.
nothing out there that even comes close to it. Or
Not what it does.
yeah.
Not the sound. This
Yeah.
thing,
That's solid state.
yeah, it's gonna be real similar to like the Fender Bassman, or similar to that one that the Rock Tech we broke
No,
open
see,
today.
that's got some chips on it. I
But
can't do much.
well,
with
this
that.
does too. But most of your phasers, chorus pedals, modulation, and
Yeah.
delays are going to have that. But the thing it does really cool. You can do a 10-stage phase or a 6-stage phase with this one.
Yeah.
So that really does make a hell of a difference. In other words, you can do Bluesman with it and turn right around and do what is this? My goodness, Ted Nugent, big phaser. I'm having to sing it in my head to get to the chorus. I don't remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You better hope Ted ain't watching.
I know
So, yeah.
But you can do Hank on it, and then you can turn right around and do Ted Nugent with it, just
Yeah.
with the flip of the switch, and it really does sound good.
Yeah.
What was that?
That damn cat.
I was gonna say I thought he was playing with the pedal.
That was a shot cat.
Them boys ever talking about something nifty?
A couple of them talking about pedals and stuff.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Got some musicians in the group.
Yeah.
Hey, guns and guitars, they go together.
They do. They do.
Robbie said he uses 2 white digital delays, DS distortion, and a chorus, and a crybaby wah.
What was the delays he uses?
White digital delays, all he said.
I can understand about having the 2 delay thing,
Yeah.
because you can set one for a small trail and then one for a long trail.
yeah.
Yeah.
And playing Pink Floyd and some of the weirder atmospheric sounds, you turn both of them on at the same time, and you'll start actually delaying. You can do it either one or 2 ways: delay the short delay with the long delay, or the other way around. It's just really cool, really cool.
And I guess his stuff is like 80s era stuff, because he said he bought all this stuff in the
Well,
late 80s.
he probably enjoyed looking at those
A
though.
lot of
then,
that is
'cause-
probably
yeah.
earlier than that, isn't it?
They're
Early
all
90s.
older than Daryl.
No, these aren't.
Oh,
Some of
really?
them are.
I figured some
are.
of them
Some of them
probably
are.
were.
Some of them are. Most of these are. This carbon copy, this MXR, this is relatively new. The 59 Bassman came out within the last 4 years.
Oh, really? I figured
Yeah.
that color there, it was definitely
No,
70s.
That's vintage
Because that's
color, but
that's 70s
Yeah.
colored.
Well, no, it's actually 50s. It's made
Yeah.
of a tweed. You know my
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Bassman head over there?
Yeah.
It's an emulator.
Yeah.
This is supposed to sound like that, but
Yeah. Well, I know that's what
And
it's
I'm not
supposed to
faulting
sound
Fender
like, but
for that. I think what they did was they got pretty close, and then
Yeah.
they said, okay,
that's as good as,
yeah.
yeah.
what pedal are you pushing, Daryl? Is that cat under your foot?
But I guess she hears us talking and wants to talk too, huh? But yeah, what kind of guitars do you use?
I don't know. Kind of guitars you use, Robbie?
We'd be waiting all night. He might be off
Yeah.
talking to someone
He
else.
may be AFK.
Oh, where you going to get, Daryl?
I'm gonna make him see it.
You gotta get. Oh,
I ain't gonna say what it is. I'll say that for a later show.
I thought you were gonna get that reverb unit up there.
I was gonna show my baby.
PRS 24 Custom and RG 550. Through the JCM 900.
And it's not a reissue. PRS is a nice guitar. That guitar right there.
Oh, and a little more on his pedals. DS2 distortion
Oh yeah.
and DD3 delay.
All Boss stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boss makes a good pedal. They do. I mean, the sounds aren't quite there like some of the boutique stuff. But as far as doing the job and sounding good,
Yeah.
and you can't beat them. You can't break them.
The only
not
pedal,
if you got three.
the
of them
only
laying
pedal
outside.
I ever had
Yeah.
was a Crybaby Wah. Was the only pedal that I ever had. But then I never really played guitar that much because,
Yeah.
like I said, there was no bass players around. So, I went straight to playing bass.
Well, now I had a 535Q
Yeah.
Crybaby, and I really didn't like the sweep on it.
Yeah.
So, I started using that Morley,
Yeah.
that board, Bad Horsey 2,
Yeah.
and I like it. It doesn't have the volume and tone knob on it that the Bad Horse 1, like the one Adam Biddle plays with. But I'm very satisfied with my.
Well, I
with
never
my-
even really used that Crybaby that I had because the only reason I got it because every damn body had a Crybaby back then. It was like, oh, you got a guitar, you start playing it, you need to get you a Crybaby. You got to get a wah pedal.
Daryl likes his wah pedal.
I haven't
You
been
ain't
using
played
it as
with it in
much.
a while.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't been using it as much. It's an optical wah.
Yeah.
And it's an instant on, instant off. I don't have to click a pedal.
Yeah,
I just push
yeah.
it down and it
Yeah.
and it starts.
Yeah, that's the way this one was.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
I
I
don't
got a lot
remember who
more.
made it though.
Who's that?
Yeah, we
So
were
I don't
talking about
remember
getting you a
Dunlop.
2-tier board for a while.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about the one I had. I don't remember.
Crybaby.
Yeah.
It was Dunlop.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if that was like a trademark name or not
It's
because it was like,
it's part of the Ernie Ball
I want to
universe.
think it may not have been. It may have been somebody else I got it from, but I want to think I got it from Neil Yancey.
Yeah.
I want to think it was one of his old ones that he sold to me, but it may have been somebody else I got it from. But I want to think it was one of his old ones.
Well, y'all got any more gun questions for us? Our 10th episode special.
Yeah, well, I'm running a little slow. I'm just saying, I'm going to be 50. 3 nights in a row out with the band, and it wears on you. And I had to travel to get my van fixed yesterday. Yeah, I'm whooped.
Oh, did they get it all fixed up for you?
Well, they got it so I can get in and out by myself again.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the switch for the keyed switch outside so I can open the van from the outside without the remote,
Mhm.
it was unplugged in the board.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
What in the hell?
Well, that's okay. It only took them 15, 20 minutes to figure it out. Switched out, put a new switch in and everything, it still wouldn't work. I mean, the first thing I checked, do I got power?
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're pretty sure it's the receiver for the remote.
Yeah.
So, or I got to call them back tomorrow and tell them the remotes don't have a name on them. So that means they're going to have fun figuring out what receiver.
You're probably going to have to go up there again. They're going to tear it apart.
I am. And when we go up and play the NRA banquet up in Montgomery,
Mhm.
we're probably going to have to go up early.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good to me. When is that Montgomery thing?
The 12th, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking it was coming up pretty quick,
Yeah,
but I
it
couldn't
is.
remember exactly when.
It is.
Hey, you know what? They can get banquet tickets for that one.
They might be able to, yeah.
That's about 2 weeks out, so I bet they can.
You might have to do
Yeah.
a little searching on the NRA website or do a phone call to the NRA or something to get the number to someone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's gonna be a fun one.
May the 12th.
Yeah.
In
what?
Montgomery.
hold on, let me.
Yeah.
Or
Don't go
is it
saying
Montgomery?
made that date too much yet.
Tracy's broke it out the
Hey,
calendar.
I was right. May
Yep.
the 12th.
May the 12th.
And that's going to be right down the road from the Capitol building.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one. Which now the Mobile one's going to be a fun one.
I was gonna say either of them. Even if you don't live near.
They asking about CZs.
See, great guns.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Rifles, pistols, older, newer. I don't have much experience with their new stuff, but I do got a few favorites.
I'm assuming that since there's a lot of people around gun channels that have CZ75s, so I'm assuming that's what they're talking about.
I don't get the CZ75.
But I don't know for sure.
No,
I'm not a fan.
I got the 83 and I love the hell out of that.
Yeah, now I like the 83. 75, it looks okay. I mean,
Let me tell you,
we have a 70 that was smoking.
Bar none. My favorite CZ ever produced is a CZ70.
yeah.
Now, I'll tell you right now, man. I'm talking about at the.
We had the one of 1,000.
Yeah.
And we let it slip through our hands.
Well, all three of them were pretty good.
Yeah,
But now
but
this
that
particular
one,
one,
oh
and
my
this was a
goodness.
well-used one too. It was a surplus pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the 15 feet mark,
Yeah.
3 rounds in
Clover
the
leafed
same. Yeah.
Clover leafed it. We tried to set that gun aside and remember which one it was.
Yeah,
Because
and
it was
then
going to be
sold.
Daryl's personal. We sold it. You know, you get that one of 1,000. You hear the one of 1,000 guns. You know that one,
Yeah.
one out of 1,000 comes off the line perfect. That was it, and we let it slip away.
Very nice pistol.
Yeah.
Now the CZ75, it is a good gun. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too something bulky. It off balances for me.
It does. Well, I would never be able to use it for a carry gun.
No.
But I mean, they've got a nice, like the lines on them are nice. That they look good. They shoot good. But I would never carry it. It's like,
Now I'm going to say almost anything made by CZ is going to be good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
it'd be like carrying a Brown and High Power or a
No, I'd
P89.
carry a high power.
Yeah.
Now the P89, yeah, that's a battle pistol.
Well, I had a High
That's
Power and a P89, and that
I
both
can't
of
say,
them I didn't
I can't say I have
for
a
carry.
high power.
No, the High Power.
And I have a Radom I carried for a while, and that's comparable to the high power.
Yeah,
But the P89 versus my Radom,
Well,
I carried a Radom all day long before I
I
tried
must
the
have gotten
P89.
I must have gotten a High Power that was made on Monday or Friday because I had was it FIE that made the clone.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a pretty good clone.
Oh goodness, my brain just.
And
fizzled
I
out.
think it was FIE that made it, and it was a smoother shooting gun than the actual Brown and High Power I had.
The FEG,
Oh,
the
If the
FEG,
FEG that made it,
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
they
couldn't
actually
remember
do
which
make
one
a
of them it
really good.
was.
We've sold
Yeah,
several.
but
of those.
Yeah.
the clone I
That's
had
what
though
it
was better than the actual gun that I had. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That it was like it was the trigger seemed rough.
Dude, I'll tell you
and I
straight up.
couldn't smooth it out. It was
It
was gritty the whole time.
I've got a high power,
Yeah,
and I had a Charles Daly high power clone
yeah,
that was 10 times the pistol that Browning is.
yeah.
And them FEGs that we have
Yeah,
had,
those
in
were
here,
nice.
all those have been nicer than that high power. I don't like that gun.
Yeah.
I don't like that
Yeah,
thing at all.
I don't particularly like the high power.
Mm-mm. But the FEGs
or the clones. you
Well, I
know.
mean, I could if I could carry 1911, I'd carry that.
Yeah. Well, say I know. I guess my Radom's not too far
Yeah.
off from that.
The FEGs are, excuse me, that Charles Daly though, that's one pistol that I really wish I would have held on to because that thing was super, super nice. And I know it's crazy me saying Charles Daly was super nice, but this thing was.
It depends on who
I've
made
had
it.
some Charles
Yeah.
Daly
Because Charles
before.
Daly don't make guns; they just put their name on them.
Yeah,
And I've seen some nice ones,
Yeah.
and worked on some nice ones. And then I've had some that you couldn't give this to me.
yeah. I've had some Charles Dalys that were good. I've had some that weren't. Some of the shotguns. That,
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
talking about.
semi-auto
Yeah,
shotguns.
Excuse me.
My mother's fiance has one that's left-handed, and that's why he got it because it was left-handed. Man, he's had so much trouble with that gun.
That's because it's a left-handed
But,
gun. But no, only
but-
kidding.
Oh goodness! I just got what you said.
Yeah.
but yeah, he picked it up. I think somebody sold it to him for next to nothing or something.
Because it was
But
left-handed.
because it was
Yeah.
left-handed. Well, he's left-handed. He
Well,
shoots
one of two
left-handed.
things. with
I'm
it.
left-handed. I
Yeah.
shoot right-handed. But he shoots left-handed.
Yeah.
So
Well, my daughters are right-handed, but they're left eye dominant. the one shoots left-handed and prefers it. The other one likes to shoot right-handed.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
I'm right-eye dominant. That's why I never could.
Well, see, I'm left eye dominant. I'm left eye dominant. When I'm shooting with a pistol,
Yeah.
I just make that little cross,
Yeah.
over to my left
Dominant
center.
eye, yeah. But as far as a left-handed gun, sometimes they're cheap as dirt because you can't get rid of it.
Sometimes they're about $100 more.
Well, when
because you can't
new,
find one.
exactly when they're new, they usually are. But then when somebody gets one that don't want one, or they buy it because they're left-handed, then they figure out that it was a lot easier just to learn how to shoot right-handed.
Yeah, you know what I like?
Then
I like a bolt rifle.
yeah,
Bolt handle on the left, eject on the right. I can hold my sight picture, keep my trigger on the finger on or near the trigger, and still work that action.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me.
Yeah. Tracy's and Schultz is set up like that, and it's
Yeah.
a nice configuration.
oh Robbie, we don't have go-go dancers here.
Now we could probably hire a few.
Well,
in.
let's see. We
We go down the road a little ways.
We got
though.
guns, guitars.
We got.
I got some shine in the office. All we're missing is girls, and we got a party.
Well, we
Yeah.
got Panama City isn't that far away, and
I think Enterprise is a little close.
We got the Matador.
oh wait, yeah, we got.
I ain't been in there, so I don't
I
know
ain't
what the
been in
girls
there.
look
I've
like.
heard that that place over in Daleville
Yeah,
is like
the cat's telling us no.
I've heard
It
I've heard it's a little messed up over there.
Oh no, I don't need to go.
The
To
cat just said, "Don't go."
Yeah,
But
I heard her.
I know that back in the day, this has been over 20 years, like 25 years.
Sean's telling
probably.
himself, by the way.
The
yeah, I've never been in one of those places. The Busy Beaver in Fort Lauderdale's great.
no the hell's the name of that place in
Matador?
Panama City? No,
Oh,
in
Toy Box.
Panama City, Toy Box, and
I didn't know that. Teasers.
no, not Teasers. Teasers is
Yeah,
in,
Jesus.
Ozark.
That's yeah,
Maybe
over that
Ozark?
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Enterprise.
Yeah, somewhere over that
Yeah.
way. Anywho.
Yeah, headed out that way
Yeah.
or something. You pass it when you on the highway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Level Plains.
Yeah, Level
Yeah.
Plains.
There you
That's
go.
it. Yep.
I don't know what the other one is in Panama City.
Um,
Sean, I wouldn't know, buddy.
It's the one. One of them's in town. One of them's on the beach. The hell is it called?
What do you
It's
need
like-
a strip club on the beach for? You got the
It's like
beach.
Heads or Tails or something like that.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know about that one.
It's owned by the same people that own the Toy Box, or it used to be.
You know an awful
Yeah,
lot
he does know a lot
these
about
establishments. You know a lot about
Do any
them.
of them need a live band? We do.
Well, you know, I did live down there for a little while back,
Yeah.
early to mid '90s.
Oh,
That was
boy.
you went there when the beach was off.
Well, I was down there the whole
Well,
when
what
the
I
beach
mean,
was off, and
Yeah, well, I
but-
mean, in the off season for the beach. you
Yeah.
went to- I understand that now.
well, I lived in town. I lived on town side of the bridge,
You might want to stop. Your wife might be watching.
and well, this was before I ever
That
met
doesn't
her,
matter. That trust me,
and
that
worked
don't
down on
matter.
the beach because we worked down at the
Hold on. Time ain't linear.
pouring those
What are you
parking
talking
lots
about?
down there. Remember?
Yes. Time's not linear when you're talking about your wife.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's circular.
It's a flat circle.
Right.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
yeah. 25 years this year for me, and I still know how to get in trouble real good.
Yeah. I can't help but to get in trouble, man. Everything I do, everything I say. Oh, you know what though?
You know when I stop pissing her off, I'm gonna start worrying.
Yeah. Because then she's seriously pissed.
Yeah.
That or she found something better.
Boom, boom, boom. I wish we had a trombone in here.
Hey, Julie's late.
Yeah. Oh, I figured as much. She's probably got stuff going on.
No, you say 7. She figures it. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I get there at 7:30, he might be thinking about stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, she's probably listening, and we're still
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
So she knows you're not done
yeah.
yet.
I think that's what she does a lot of times. She'll listen when we stop, and then she'll leave the house, which I can't blame her because
Yeah.
by the time
Yeah,
she
by the
leaves
time
Oh
If
yeah, because
you're cleaned
especially when
up.
we run
Yeah.
over. I mean,
Oh heck, it's only we ain't even running. Shoot.
So, boys, what y'all doing at Gun Channel? Oh, speaking of gun channels, if you're listening on YouTube or if you're listening on Facebook or any other medium, go to www.gunchannels.com /Andalusia Armory. Man, I forgot what I was saying midstream.
I just happened to catch what Pink said in the chat.
What did he say?
He said that he's been to a place where all the girls together gave you a full set of teeth.
Hey, I think I was there. It was
Minus the black eyes.
I think I was there. It was by a racetrack in South Carolina. I'm telling you, I ate breakfast there.
I think he's in Ohio, but
Don't ever eat breakfast at some places.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have, but I was hungry, and it had titties.
The breakfast did?
Well, it was served to me with bare titties.
Night Strike says it's in Darlington. That sounds like it might be the case.
No, let me tell you. I know this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but he just said Darlington. This not even related to Darlington. The most effed up place in the United States of America is called Pedro's, and it's in the Carolinas. Have you ever been there?
Is that any place near south of the border?
That is south of the border.
Yeah,
That is south.
I've been to Pedro's a few times.
Have you ever been there?
But see, I remember it when it was only one building.
No, dude. This place. Let me tell you something.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying.
Have you ever seen House of a Thousand Corpses?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know Captain
I
Spaulding's?
I have been there.
Okay. It's that, and they didn't mean it to be. I shit you not, man. Holy chicker wow wow.
I know there's some guys on there as old as me that remember when it was just one building at that spot.
Maybe so. I even think they got a roller coaster out there.
Oh, they got everything, man.
Dude, you could not pay me. They eat enough money.
No, I remember how they built those buildings and kept it up and out. Yeah,
dude, they built those buildings, and the next day they looked 10,000 years old. You know there's rat shit everywhere there. I mean, literally, you get out and you try to walk around that place. There's dust and rat shit.
I haven't been there in probably 20 years.
Well, now I haven't been there in a while. This may be the most spectacular place on earth.
Time.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I remember when they started that place.
It looked like what he was talking about when I was there. That was a little over 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well,
that was probably
okay. Let's put it this way: I was driving through there, and me and my brother used to make my dad stop there.
At Pedro's?
Yeah, he had to stop in the 70s, early 70s.
Yeah, so this would have been like early 90s, maybe.
I mean, there was only like one building there. A couple of years later, there was another building.
Big ass sombrero?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Billboards stretching for 100 miles before you get there.
Oh, yeah. You know you're getting there. You know, I guarantee you, everybody on gun channels has seen them damn billboards. I mean, you can start in California and start seeing them in Arizona. I swear, dude. It's the most ridiculous damn thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The whole time that we were on tour or something, I can't remember, but we kept seeing these damn signs.
So you had to stop.
Yeah, we were like, we got to stop at this place.
Y'all just stopped there? Y'all didn't play there?
No, God, no, dude. There's no way I would have played there. I'm dead serious. This place, we pulled up in the parking lot. I don't think that there was a single living human being there. Living.
So now it's the place out of Dusk Till Dawn.
A good mixture between that and Captain Spaulding's museum. I'm just telling y'all.
Minus the dancer.
Well, no, they had some crazy stuff going on there. It's like a carnival.
Yeah, it's
that carnival is always going on though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like an amusement park.
Like but there ain't no way.
Yeah, see, when it started, it was like one building. It was like a souvenir shop, and that was about it.
Why in the hell did they build that other shit?
It was someone's dream.
They ain't no way.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Matter of fact,
we don't call those dreams.
I think the guy that started it was a veteran.
Dude, I don't give a shit who he was. Look here, I think you're wrong.
That don't automatically make it okay.
I'm not saying it does.
I support vet-owned businesses.
Well, Las Vegas was started by a veteran,
but
but
that doesn't necessarily make it okay.
Hold on just a damn second. Let me tell you, I can guarantee you that Jim Bondi started that son bitch. I can almost guarantee it. Dude, Hey, Buffalo Bill off from Silence of the Lambs. I bet you that guy actually lives there.
Now we got to go. Now see, now I'm gonna have to get over to the East Coast again and check that out. See if it's gotten better.
You
worse,
don't want to go there. Now it may be the most amazing place on the planet right now because I haven't been there some time. But they're still raking up rat shit.
I'm gonna have to bring up some of the rat holes out of Panama City again.
They ain't nothing down there. Got nothing.
Well, not anymore. It don't because they renovated the hole in the wall years ago. But there's another one. The actual Dewdrop Inn.
Oh, good God. Yeah. Okay.
Poker in the front, liquor in the rear.
Yes.
When you're coming in,
I know where it's at. I know exactly where it's at. I've stayed there $25 a night.
That's the most steady gig that I ever had when I was playing, because we played there for 2 weeks straight, and that was most everything else was like, play a night here, night there, but that was the most steady gig I ever had, was playing there, because the bartender.
I imagine during spring break, a place like that's fun.
Well, the bartender was our drummer's mom, so he got us the gig. Or she got us the gig, rather.
So you had to be good.
The floor in the damn room, the last room I stayed there, and this is why it was the last time I stayed there, the carpet was gone.
Yeah.
And it was concrete floors, and the damn tack strips was still tacked down around the edges. I shit you not.
Stepped on that bastard getting out the bathtub.
Hell no, I didn't. I kept my shoes on. I wanted to put a damn respirator on while I was in there.
Oh, yeah. God.
This place, no.
I've been in places
Ain't
like
no
that.
way I spent 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's this little hotel out by Cherry Point. Yeah. You go into the bar that's attached to the hotel. Red velvet on the walls, red lights. Yeah.
Well, we didn't stay.
Michael's like, this is a nice bar.
We
There's
didn't
lots of
stay
girls
in
here.
the, in the motel
yeah,
part
this ain't a
itself
bar. Don't
now.
talk to none of them girls that got cost you.
We didn't stay in the motel part itself while we was playing there. Ain't no way in hell I'd have stayed in.
That place was horrible, dude. Or it was back in the day. They may have completely.
Now, when we were playing there, the bar was decent. You go into the lounge room, I guess, where we actually played at. Which all the hell it was.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, all the hell it was.
No black lights in there.
Was a couple of poker machines, and they weren't even real poker machines. I mean, they gave vouchers that you could take to the
bartender without anybody knowing.
I
remember those.
It was set up with the lottery system.
Oh,
so you had to.
No.
It was like a scratch off, basically.
Oh no!
So the stuff on it was just like turning in a scratch off ticket.
No, the ones I played on,
so
like cash register receipt. The bartender.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the bartender could cash them in just like they could for up to however much for a scratch off.
Wow!
But
it don't like the topic.
There was two.
Oh,
there was two pool tables and a foosball table.
Foosball. I never could play that game.
And what I assume was supposed to be a dance floor, but it weren't big enough but for maybe 3-4 people to stand on.
Oh, hell, we see them.
And so, it was tiny little square on the floor right in front of the stage.
Tiny. Hell, we've been in places where they've expected us to set up on a stage the size of this table.
Yeah.
The stage was not really big enough. You had to stand still pretty much. And it was like this high off the ground. That was the stage. It was like
I've been to that in almost every state on the East Coast.
I was gonna say, were you with us Friday night?
Oh man.
But yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. But it was a steady gig though. It was either that or the parking lots.
Oh yeah.
So, which after that we went back to building parking lots.
Oh yeah.
So
damn. Lord have mercy.
Your ride's here.
Yeah. I think our 10th episode has been very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked we covered quite a few topics.
Yeah. Guitars. We covered guitars and
Bars,
guns,
guitars, and
boobs.
Always room for titties. It's like Jello.
Indeed. Well, if y'all are listening on whatever you're listening on, thank you for listening to us. We appreciate you. Our numbers are going up pretty steady on everything.
yeah, go check out gunchannels.com
Indeed.
and go over to our YouTube and give us a like, subscribe to us.
Indeed.
Drop us an email or a Facebook
Yeah.
message if you got a topic. you'd like
Before
us
I
to cover.
forget about it, because I forgot about it last week. Before I forget about it, let's do our DPG,
Oh,
our
yeah.
Daily Patch giveaway.
Let's see.
Pick someone you don't know.
Well, that's what I was going to do, but if
Is there one that starts with a P?
is there one that starts with a P? Yeah, there is.
There you go.
There you go. There you go, Pink.
Pink won that shit.
Pink Panther. You know,
That
think
sounds
you
like,
know what
that
to
sounds
do.
like a club I was at once.
You can go on over there and type your
I think
name
Pink
in.
knows how to fill
Oh,
the
does
form
he?
out. Yeah,
Well, tell them anyway. Somebody might be listening and wondering what the hell we doing.
Yeah, go to gunchannels.com/DPG and fill out the form. Got yourself a patch.
Patch. Well, all right. I reckon we're gonna call the second hour, ain't we?
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Indeed. Y'all go check out gunchannels.com. There's some good shows, AK Gurus on there.
Yeah, I think,
Never Enough Ammo.
Hit or Miss is coming up here pretty soon.
Matt.
Matt's Never Enough Ammo.
Mhm.
His Guns
Who's
Against
on tonight?
podcast. Hit or Miss is on tonight.
Oh, I thought
and,
Matt was on tonight.
No, Matt's on tomorrow night.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And
Hell, you can check out Yankee Marshall show while you're on there. There's a bunch of other good stuff.
every other Thursday,
Mhm.
Yankees does his.
You can check him. You can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Some other garbage I ain't really sure right now. You can come in the shop and see us if you want to. You can call us at 334-222-4867. We'd be glad to fix your gun, say something, bullshit with you on the phone for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better yet, if you're in the area, come on in and
have some coffee.
we'll waste an hour.
There you go. We'll order some pizza for lunch. Come on in. See us.
Yeah, I'm good at procrastinate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of good conversations going on. But yeah, we appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much for listening and talking to us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank all of you.
Well,
I guess this was Shop Talk.
It was with Daryl.
Tracy,
And Sean.
Peace.
keep the powder dry.